Hi, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too. Shirin, would you please speak up? I cannot hear you very well.
Okay,
Okay, that's good. Okay,
thank
so
you.
is Bezat there too?
Yes,
Okay, hi
Hello.
Bezat, how are you?
Thank you very much. Good
Okay,
afternoon.
good afternoon to you too. So, have you reviewed the last two sessions?
Shirin,
yes,
Shirin did,
yes.
you did not.
Mm.
I was on shift.
I was on a shift. Oh, I see. Okay, so that was more
I
important.
was on the shift and I had a terrible night.
You had a terrible night.
Vampire shift.
A vampire? What
Yes.
kind of a shift
Yeah.
is that? Who named it that?
Because
Shirin, is that your coining?
No, in the movie session, Louis said to Nina,
Mm-hmm.
"You have
Mm-hmm.
empire shifts. Vampire
Vampire.
shift.
shifts. Oh, I don't remember that really. That was nice. Okay. So, Bezat, what happened? And why do you call it a vampire shift?
Because unfortunately, all the patients that were admitted last night,
Mm-hmm.
they came to hospital, after 2 a.m.
Uh-huh.
and I had to be I had to بیدار موندن.
Stay awake.
I had to stay
Mm-hmm.
I had to stay away
Mm-hmm.
from 2 a.m. until 5 a.m.
Oh, that's so bad. I see.
Yeah.
And how do you manage that, Bezat? Because as a doctor, I know as a doctor, you sometimes have to stay awake during the night, sometimes in the day, during the day. How do you manage that? How do you manage your sleeping time?
During the shift,
Mm-hmm.
we are not supposed to sleep,
Yeah, I
and
know.
if we
That's
had
my question.
yeah, but sometimes we are so sleepy and
Mm-hmm.
tired that
Mm-hmm.
we cannot handle the patients
Uh-huh.
correctly. But last night was a not a normal, but was a routine shift for me,
Mm-hmm.
because it happens to us maybe 3 or 4 times during the month that we do not have enough time to sleep during the shift,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to compensate our
Sleep deprivation.
hobby.
Sleep deprivation.
Sleep deprivation, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sleep deprivation the day after.
Oh, I see. And will that be
Yeah.
compensated? Completely compensated?
Yeah, after 24 hours, it will be okay.
Hours. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
that you had to deal with this condition regularly. Like, for
Yeah.
example, every other day, you had to stay on call and stuff. Okay, so.
Yeah. And yeah.
But in winter, always
Mm-hmm.
he had a vampire shift because
He always has.
the winter
He always
has
has, yes.
because in autumn and winter
Mm-hmm.
we always see Behzad in sleeping in home.
Excuse me, I didn't get that sentence. What did he say? In winter, what
He
happens?
always
he's always sleepy.
He's
he's
always
always
sleepy.
sleeping
Okay,
in
why?
6 months of the year.
Why?
Because in autumn and winter,
Mm-hmm.
the number of patients are increased,
No,
and
the
they are
number is the subject of your sentence. The number of patients. So you have to adjust the verb with the number, not patients. The number is high. for example, where the number increases. The number of patients is plural, but the number is singular. So the number of patients increases. Go on.
Increases, and all of them are in a poor condition, and Besad has to stay awake, and then when he come back home, he's sleepy. And
Yeah. The problem is that after a night shift, you have to go home and rest. But for me, and for the two of my colleagues, it is not the case.
Why?
In the day after the night shift, I mean, in the morning, we have to practice. We have to visit the patients, and I have some responsibilities, like I am the member of control infection committee. I am the مسئول آموزش رزیدنت‌ها.
Yes,
Yes.
educating the residents.
Yes.
You
And
can
I'm
say,
the leader
I'm
of.
in charge of educating or teaching the residents or training the residents.
Yeah, educating or teaching of residents. Yes, and I am the because of the coronavirus, we established a team تنفسی in بیمارستان in our hospital.
How do you say that in
تیم
English?
تنفسی.
Team is team, of course.
Respiratory team.
Respiratory
team. And and I am the leader of this team. So because of these problems, because of these things, I have to be in hospital, and I have to deal with these problems. And on top of that, I have a lot of patients who are some sort of poor, and they come to me and ask me for donation.
Oh, I see.
And so I have to. Yes, I have to answer to all of that, and I bring my
relinquish some of your responsibilities. Do you know what relinquish means?
Yes.
What does it mean in English? What does it mean?
Relinquish.
Relinquish.
No, you said you know it. Relinquish.
No.
Relinquish.
Decrease.
No, not exactly. No. Like for example, usually when young people are on the bus or on the train, and an old woman or an old man enters the train or gets on the bus, they relinquish their seats to them.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so when you relinquish your responsibilities, you give some of your responsibilities to other people.
Yes, yes.
Okay, go on.
I know that.
So go on. You were saying.
Yeah, I have to do.
You have to.
Yeah, and I have to bring my sleep to home for sharing.
I see. Okay, I see. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Okay, so there's no one else there to do these things for you, or at least some of them for you. A secretary, maybe.
No, actually, there are three of us, but some of these responsibilities are, are just for me.
Oh, I understand. Okay, so that must be really hard.
Or, for example, in case of donation and philanthropy activity, I think I'm the only one that I'm able to do that, because you have
No, Besa. I'm the only one. I'm the only one
that can do that.
Who can do that?
Because
I'm the only one who can do that. Yes. Okay. Yes, Shirin, you were saying.
Who can do that? Yeah.
Shirin. Not just a doctor. He's a good manager, and he's a very good decision maker.
Yes.
And
Ahsant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're the speaker of the committee, Shireen. You know, every
Yeah.
establishment, a government, administration.
Mm,
You know, we call the government an
okay.
administration like the Trump administration. So we have that hospital's administration, and you're the speaker. Okay, so خنگوی اونجایی.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the speaker of this, of
Yeah.
Behzat's administration there.
Yeah.
I invite you to come to our hospital one day,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we can
Okay.
meet each other. Yeah, I met the Mr. Naderi in our hospital.
Yes, you said that once. Yes. Okay, maybe I'll come
Yeah,
there
yeah,
one day. Yes. I hope not for a
yeah,
disease or something, just to meet you. Why not?
yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Yeah.
yeah.
invitation. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But I think I have to make an appointment first, right? Make an appointment? Make an appointment.
Not for you.
Ah,
Not
I
for
thought that
you.
Yeah.
I thought that you were thinking about the word appointment. Yeah, I'm joking. I just wanted you
No,
to
no.
use the words. Yes.
Yeah.
People have to make appointments. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, why not?
You're welcome at any time.
Mm.
Thank you very much. I'm sure that you're really busy, and I don't want to interrupt you. And I'm not in Tehran. And if I come to Tehran one day, maybe I'll visit you. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? Okay. And Shirin,
I
how
will
about
do.
you? Will you be there? Do you visit him at the hospital?
No,
Not usually.
not usually,
Mm.
because our home is very near to hospital.
Close.
They're close to hospital.
Uh-huh.
Just 5 minutes with foot.
Okay,
No.
no, not like that.
5 minutes walking.
5 minute
no.
walking.
Make a whole sentence. Make a whole sentence. Not like that.
Mhm.
So you said our home is
the
close to the
hos-
hospital. After that,
Mhm. After that, we can reach the hospital 4 minutes, 5 minutes walking.
no, no.
It
Desert,
is
how
5
do you say
minutes
that?
walking.
How do you make that sentence?
It's about 5 minutes walking.
No, but you're close. We use walk. We use walk as a noun. You can say it's a 5-minute walk. Not walking, not walks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? It's a 5-minute walk. If you have to drive and
5
get
minutes
there, then you can say it's a 5-minute
5 minutes
drive. If
Yes, thank
you're
you.
on horseback, then you can say it's a 5-minute ride. Okay, I'm joking. There's another way of saying it too. When you can get somewhere, we usually when not 5 minutes, but I think when you can get somewhere by walking and you can only get there in 10 minutes, you can say that it's very close, right? If it's just 10 minutes. You can say it is walking. It is within walking distance. پیاده میشه رفت. راهی
It
نیست.
is
Within walking distance.
Within walking.
Yes, within means inside. Yes, because I don't think you can call it within walking distance if you have to get there in more than 10 minutes, right? If, for example, a store is within walking distance, it means that you might spend, I don't know, just 10 minutes on walking and get there at most, maybe less. You can call it within walking distance. Or when you move to a new neighborhood and everything is available. You don't have to drive to the hospital. You don't have to drive to the supermarket. You don't have to drive to the groceries. You say everything is within walking distance in here. I like this neighborhood, for example. Okay. Yes. Okay. And
Thank you.
Besa,
Thank
then
you.
how will you entertain me when I get there? I'm joking. Entertain means in Farsi?
inter
Sargam.
No.
سرگرم
No,
کردن.
no. That's one meaning, of course, but not that. No. When you have a guest, you entertain
I
them.
can
When you have a guest, you entertain them. پذیرایی کردن.
خوش.
پذیرایی
Oh, yes.
کردن. Okay. پذیرایی کردن. How do you entertain? How do you entertain?
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, I can show you different parts of the hospital
Okay. So
and
wait, Behzad.
the PIC and the patient.
Wait, Behzad. You said I can show you different parts of the hospital. That sentence is correct, but we have an expression for it, a more beautiful expression, and I'm sure you know it.
Yeah, we can show you around.
Very good. Excellent. I can show you around. Another one.
Yeah.
Another one that's more formal. I can show you around is informal, is friendly, it's okay. But what can you say that's more formal?
I can...
Shirin, if you know, you can say it too. I'll give you a hint. There's the word tour in it. Tour.
Tour?
Yes.
Tour?
Yes.
We tour you around.
No, not no. No, tour as a noun. You have to use a verb in that expression. You can say, I will give you a tour of the hospital. I will give you
I can give you a tour
of the hospital. Yes.
I can give you a tour of the hospital. Yes.
And usually when you have a house, not just a small apartment, but sometimes for apartments too, you have a guest and you want to be polite, you ask them if they want a tour. You say, would you like a tour? It means, would you like me to take you to different rooms of my house and show you everything? Where the bedroom is, where the bathroom is, where the kitchen is, so you can enjoy the view and stuff. That's part of the entertainment when you have a guest. So you can you can say it in 3 ways, Behzad. Now I want you to say all the 3. You have a guest.
Yeah, I can I can show you around.
Very good.
I can give you a tour.
Okay. Now ask politely if I want it. Ask politely if I want it.
Yes. Would you like to have a tour?
Very good. Or would you
like
a tour?
Like to have a tour?
Would you like a tour?
Would
It's
you
the
like
short form they say it as. Would you like a tour? It means, would you like a tour of the hospital? Would you like a tour of the house or the apartment that I own? Yes, very good.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so no vaccines.
Very good to you.
No vaccines. I'm joking. As an entertainment.
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes or no at the end?
If you want flu vaccine, I recommend it. But for corona vaccine, I'm not sure about it.
Okay.
We not have it. Yeah.
Excuse me, you were breaking up. What did you say? You broke up for just one moment.
For corona vaccine, we don't have it yet, and I'm not sure about that. But for flu vaccine, I recommend it to to anyone who asks me.
Who asks you? Who asks me? Yeah, who asks me? Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not? But a funny thing, just some days ago, I read this ad for a tour of Turkey. You know, the country. And people who'd go on this tour would receive a coronavirus shot. That was just funny, you know. That was a trip in order to get the vaccine, and also you could visit some cities too. That was funny. A new kind of tour. Okay, so thank you very much.
And I think they are.
Yes, I think they are.
They are telling. Yeah, I think they are telling a lie because Turkey does not have, the corona vaccine, I think.
Really? Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that. Yeah, of course I didn't enroll for that, but it was funny to me that people are looking for this vaccine And this institute decided to take people on tours to Turkey just in order to receive the vaccine. And that was funny. Yes, you were saying, Bezat? You were saying?
Yeah, I think they want to, cheat people. And
no, not cheat people. Trick people. They want to trick them.
Trick,
very
yes.
good, very
they
good.
want to trick
Shirin's
people.
example was better. Deceive. Deceive is better. Yes. Trick is good. Deceive is better. Yes. They want to deceive people. Exactly. Thank you. Yes. They want to deceive people. Yes, you were saying? Why? Because?
Because at that time that I spotted this news on social media. I'm sure that at that time Turkey does not have vaccine, or at least enough vaccine for foreigners.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, and other than that, I've heard from our TV that this ad is not something that you can rely on, and it's for deceiving people.
Oh, I see. But Turkey is a corrupt country like ours. You know the meaning of corrupt, right? Corrupt.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, in corrupt countries, you can always get things by just paying. You pay 5 times and you get the vaccine. It's not impossible. I'm not rejecting what you said. Of course, that is completely plausible. But in corrupt countries, they do not pay attention to their own citizens. If you pay the price, you can get it.
Yeah.
Not the normal price. 5 times more than that. 10
Nothing
times
is impossible.
Nothing is what?
Nothing is impossible in these countries.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so you had a vampire shift and you invited me to the hospital. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Yes.
I'd like to visit the hospital one day. And it must be full of children, right?
Yeah.
Children and babies.
Yeah, full of children. Full of children, and I can show you around. We have a very chic room for our guests and for our conferences. Yeah, our conferences. It's totally equipped, and
we can have a class there.
Yeah, I can
we can have a class.
Yes, and I can entertain you.
Thank you very much. Of course, I was just joking. I wanted you to make the words. I didn't actually expect an entertainment there. Thank you very much. Yeah, why not? Maybe one day we'll have an actual class.
And Shirin
will be there too. Yes.
And Shirin can join us because our home is very close to hospital.
What did you say? Shirin will what? What did you say? Shirin will what?
Shirin can join us.
Join us. I heard something else. Yes, of course.
Join us.
Yes. Yeah, Shirin can join us and we can have an actual class with no delays. And I won't have to say, okay, please speak up. I didn't hear you. Please repeat that. That would be nice. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
and we also can have Mr. Naderi.
No, Mr. Naderi is too lazy to attend the class. If he hears this, he'll kill me. Okay, he won't hear this. He just listens to the beginning and the ending of each session to make sure that the film is okay, the video is okay, and he can upload it. So he won't hear this. But now is his morning. He sleeps late. But sometimes he wakes up in the morning, sometimes at noon, sometimes in the afternoon, and he won't be able to attend that class. Yeah, we have to tell him, we have to give him a notice 2 weeks before that to be sure about it. Yes. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. And yes, Shirin did the review, and she's going to tell us what happened in the past 2 sessions.
we had the 3 magazine. The first one was Biden's victory, officially recognized as he
That one we
confirmed
did.
new.
That one we did, Shirin, right?
Mhm.
You had the review for
Yes.
for that one.
No.
Just no.
No, we didn't review it.
We didn't review it. We didn't review that one.
Yes.
Biden. Okay, go on, please. I think there was. I listened to that one, and at the beginning of that one, yes. Hello.
Okay, we can. Hello.
Okay.
I can say another one.
Oh, okay. No. Please do it. I forgot. Yes, there are 3. Yes, please. Go on, please.
The first one is president-elect is a noun. When someone has been elected
Yes.
As a new president,
Yes.
but they are not yet started to work as a president. They are president-elect, like Biden.
As the president.
Right now.
Yes, as the president. It's not official. It's not official, you could say. Yes.
For example, right now, Biden is president-elect, but during these 2 months, Trump is still president in the country, in the U.S.
Yes. 1 month from now, right? It must be
yes,
just 1 month from now. Go on.
Yeah. The next one is a transition. It's a noun, and the transient
Yes.
as a verb. And
No, not as a verb. No, Shirin, not as a verb. Transient is
adverb.
excuse me?
Adverb.
No. Adjective. Adjective. Okay. Adjective. And
Yes.
Shirin, there's another pronunciation for this word. One is transient, another one is?
Transient. Transient.
Yes, very good. Yes, exactly. Transient and transient. Yes. Okay, go on.
Transition is when something changes from one form to another form. And in this context, we had transitional government. It's like a government that changed from republic to democrat.
No, Republican from to Democrats. No, not Republic. Republican, yes. Yes.
And the next one is apparent. It means obvious. And then you explain apparently as an adverb, and we use it to say, for example, I heard something, but we are not sure it's our guess is true or not. And we use apparently, for example, he is Behzad. But we are not sure because
no, Shirin, not he is. It is. Do you remember that part? Do you remember exactly what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Yes. And the next one is grant. Grant have a different meaning and has a different meaning, but in this context, it means give. To give somebody something or allow them to have something.
No, Shirin, it's not allow.
The good thing that
it's not allow.
Allow.
Yes. Allow. Yes. Very good.
Allow. And the things that I remember, the genie
Not in the ball.
lamp.
Yes.
In the
Do you remember the part? You said
yes, yes.
the genie in the lamp. Yes, okay.
Yes.
The genie in the lamp.
The genie grants your wishes.
Yes.
And
what does the genie say?
like it.
There's this line that the genie says in the story.
Your wish is my command.
Very good. Your wish is
Your
my
wish
command.
is my command.
Yeah, but Sharon, don't say wish, okay? That's a short E. Your wish, not wish, okay? Your wish is my command. Yes, yes.
And as a adjective, adverb, okay. As an adverb, we can use for when you want to admit something and you know it's true, but and then you use but. For example, granted it's difficult, but that's what you have to do.
Yes.
And
how do you say this? This granted in Farsi? How do you say this granted?
درسته که قبوله که.
Very good, very good, excellent. Yes, I can see that you've done a very good job, Shireen. I really like the way you're doing the review now. Very good, excellent. Okay.
The next one is access. Access, when you use access as a noun, you have to put have.
Yes.
For example, I have access to the internet.
Yes, very good.
But if you want use it as a verb,
if you want to,
you
Shireen,
just
to after want. We sometimes forget. If you want to use it.
And for example, as a verb, just access. For example, I access the internet.
Very good.
And the next one is intelligence. It's a short form of, it's an example, CIA, and I, it's a short form of intelligence. It means a group of
people. Shirin, not intelligent. No, intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yes. And wait. Shirin, when you want to say, for example, in CIA, you want to say in CIA, the I is short form of intelligence. That is correct. Your sentence is correct. But there's another way of saying it. And that's using the phrasal verb stand for. What does I in CIA stand for? You say intelligence. Okay? What does I in IRIB stand for? What does I in IRIB stand for, Shireen? Answer the question.
Islamic.
Answer the question.
Islamic.
Yes, very good. Islamic.
Islamic. And I in CIA stands for intelligence.
Very good.
And it means it's a group of people or an organization that gathered the information from the government.
Okay, that is CIA.
Everything.
Sure, that is the meaning of CIA. That is what CIA is for. That is what CIA does. What does intelligence in here mean? Just the word intelligence.
Jasusi.
Okay, that's when you use it for CIA. Yes, it means jasusi. But also.
It's information.
Very good. Information.
Also, it's information.
Exactly, information. That's the main thing about it. Yes, it's information. Yes, very good. Go on.
The next one is briefing, and no, it's not in the context. It's our speech. It's about our speech.
Yeah, you can say
the
it.
next
That's part
one
of the
is
review. That's part of the review. Anything that we said should be reviewed. Yes. What about the briefing? What did I say about briefing?
briefing, we had an example for briefing session.
Yes.
And it's for inform people, new people, for
informing, yes.
For informing. And next one is death with big capital D.
Yes.
It's Israel.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't want to meet him.
And the next.
We don't want to meet him so soon. Okay. Don't mention him.
Yes. Maybe he's not so scary that we think.
Really?
Maybe he's nice.
How can you be sure?
Maybe.
Shirin, how can you be sure? No one can be sure of that. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Because he wants because he wants to
kill us.
More than
He doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to kill us. Yeah. He's so kind. He just wants to kill us.
Yes.
Okay.
To claim responsibility.
Yes.
The next one is to claim responsibility.
Very good.
For example, the Daesh, when do the criminal,
No.
did the criminal.
No, Shirin, they don't call it Daesh in English. ISIS.
ISIS.
ISIS. When ISIS did criminal, for example, they.
No, wait. Wait, Shirin, focus. You said when ISIS did criminal. That's not a good sentence. That's not correct. Criminal is an adjective.
Commit a crime.
Commits a crime. Yes, very good. Like what? Crimes like what? What does ISIS usually do?
They set a bomb in crowded places. Yes, and they kill a lot of number of people, innocent people.
A lot of people, yes, a lot of people. But what is this kind of bombing called? Yes, what did you say? There's a
they point blank people.
They point blank is the adverb there, Besot. It's not a verb. They shoot people point blank, okay? But not point blank people. Yeah, that's one of the things that they do, but I want you to use that word. I want you to talk about حملات انتحاری, Shirin. Or Besot, if you know that.
I don't know.
Besot?
No.
You know that. I'm sure that you know that. Just the word انتحاری in Farsi that they use is Arabic. That's the problem. Just use خودکشی instead. Suicide bombing?
Suicide.
Suicide bombing. Suicide. Suicide bombing. I think I explained this in magazine reading videos. You must have read that or heard that, but you forgot. Suicide bombing is حمله انتحاری. Bomb, you know, a bomb.
Yes.
And suicide bombing. So when there is a suicide bombing. Yes.
Suicide bombing or suicidal bombing?
No, suicide bombing. I know you want to make that, but that's the way they say it. In speaking English,
yes.
When there's an expression, you have to use it the way they say it. You don't have, you shouldn't translate these things. Yes, you could say suicidal, but that's not how they say it. So we have suicide bombers and suicide bombing. Suicide bomber is that person who wears the bomb and then goes into the crowd and does that. But suicide bombing is the action. So, Shirin, when there is a suicide bombing, ISIS
claims responsibility
for that. ISIS claims responsibility for that. And also, there is a very famous line that we heard a lot on TV. تا کنون کسی مسئولیت تا کنون شخص یا نهادی مسئولیت این حمله را به عهده نگرفته است. How do you say that in English?
تا کنون
no one took the responsibility.
No. When I say تا کنون, it means that you have to use a specific tense for this. You cannot use past.
Oh, yes. No one has taken the responsibility yet.
Claimed responsibility. Claim. Claim is the word for that.
Oh, yes.
No one has claimed the responsibility. Yes, for the bombing or for that yet. You can also add yet if you want. Okay, go on, Shireen. Very good. Go on. It's completely obvious that
And
you
the
have
next
spent a
one-
lot of time on the review. Am I right? Okay,
Yeah.
that is really great.
Yes.
I can sense that every time you spend enough time on a session, then you're completely prepared and your sentences are much, much better. But when you're in a hurry and you don't have much time for the
Yes.
class, then you make half sentences.
Exactly.
Yes, that's very common.
Mhm.
Okay, that is very good. Go on, please. What's next?
The next one is mer, and it means harm. To make something less attractive also. The next one
What was
is
the example?
widespread.
Do you remember the example?
Yes. It's about the election. The election was harmed by widespread water.
Yes. And I remember that session, Behzad asked a question about the same thing. Do you remember that question? And I mentioned a movie, The Dictator. You asked about a word. You wanted the meaning of a word in English.
Merd?
No, and something out of that article. I think it was something that President Trump had said in one of his tweets. Behzad, do you remember it? It starts with an R. You rig an election. You asked me about rigging an election, didn't you? Yes.
Rigged.
Yes.
An election.
Yes, rigging an election. And I said it means the same thing. When you manipulate the results, you change them. The person who has been elected is someone else, but you announce another person. That's rigging election. That is something that is done in dictatorships. And I recommended a movie to you. Do you remember that?
Yes.
What was that?
Dictator.
Yes.
Dictator.
Have you watched it? Have you watched that movie?
No, I searched by, but I can't find it in Filimo.
In no, not on Filimo. In English. Watch it in English.
Because there is some English movie in Filimo
But
without
Filimo is in Iran, isn't it? Filimo is
yes.
Okay, but it's censored.
Is in Iran.
It's censored, and unfortunately, this movie has a lot of stuff that shouldn't be censored. Those scenes are funny, but not just the scene. The content of what he says is funny, and those parts, I'm sure, will be censored. That movie will be a censored one on Filimo because it contains a lot of stuff about Iran too. And there are no naked people in those scenes. Not all of them. There are naked people. But in those scenes, and what he says, what the dictator says, should be censored. So I think you better find it on Google. Go look for it on one of these websites that offer free movies. And watch it in English. No subtitles.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
And Shirin, how do you say
the next one is
nashode in English?
Not censored.
No.
Uncensored.
Yes, uncensored. Yes, UN. Yes, uncensored. Okay, go on.
The next one is fraud. It's a noun, and it means a crime. And you mentioned charlatan.
Yes,
also.
charlatan, yes.
We can use charlatan. The next one is long shot. And the meaning is different with the word. It means a small chance.
Yes.
There is a little chance or something. And the last one for this context is
Sharon, can you
concede.
give me an example of long shot? Give me an example of long shot.
Iran has a long shot for receiving vaccine.
No.
For,
We say that we mention something, we talk about something, and we say it was a long shot. Was it a long shot? Just that. Not has a long shot for blah blah. Not like that. You can talk about, Shirin, you can talk about, give the same example, a similar example, not the same example, and talk about the chances that says Iran can succeed in creating the vaccine.
Are Iran.
Our scientists are working to develop a vaccine,
Yes.
but I think it's a long shot.
Very good. Excellent. Now, Shirin, your turn. Make another example.
About the vaccine?
No, long shot, because vaccine was done by Bezod.
For immigration for unexpert people.
Unexpert?
It's a long...
Unexpert. Do we say
unexpert?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Do we? Yes? Okay.
Inexperienced.
Inexperienced?
No, because she said unexpert, and that was new to me. Let me check. Inexperienced is something else. You wanted to say you wanted to say بی‌تجربه, yes, inexperienced, but expert, Shirin, is something else. Expert means متخصص.
It's که متخصص نیست، تخصصی نداره.
Okay, but
expert.
But I don't think unexpert exists. Let me see. Let me check.
Immigration.
Lacking practical knowledge or experience, unexperienced altogether. Unexpert. Let me check. Let me check. Inexperienced, yes, it means بی‌تجربه, but غیر متخصص. Okay. Okay. My inexpert attempts at repairing the hole with duct tape. I found inexpert. Inexpert. I'm not sure, maybe unexpert exists too. We have to search more. But I found inexpert. غیر کارشناس, you could say. Yes, go on, Shirin.
People who are not expert in some skill, they cannot immigrate to another country, and it's a long shot.
Yes, you can say it's a long shot for them. It's a long shot. Very good, very good. Okay, go on.
And this, I have to go to another magazine.
Yes, you mean the next section?
Yeah.
A second,
The next section,
32. 32.
Yeah, 32. It's for Vancouver and criminal in Vancouver.
Yes.
Yes, yes. To decriminal something.
No, decriminalize. Decriminalize.
Yes. To decriminalize something, it's opposite of to criminalize something, and
Yes.
it means when you cannot make something illegal, and to say that someone it's not criminal, and
You can say it's
the
not a
next
criminal
one is
act, Shirin. You can say it's not a criminal act. یک عمل مجرمانه نیست.
yes, it's not a criminal act. The next one is soar.
Yes.
It's a verb, and we use it to say to increase very soon and quickly
Yes.
to next level.
How do you spell that?
To
How do you spell
next level.
soar? Which means increase.
So S-O-A-R.
Yes.
But soar, we did spell S-O-R-E. It means pain.
Yes, very good.
Like sore throat.
Sore throat, for example.
Sore
Yes.
throat.
And Shirin, there was something else that Bezat said, which was wrong, of course. He mentioned sour. S-O-U-R. Sour.
Yes, sour. It's some taste.
Yes, very good.
Like
like what?
S-O-U.
Yes, S-O-U-R.
Tursh.
Yeah, you said like what? Give me an example.
Like lavashak.
Yeah, how do you say lavashak in English? How do you say lavashak?
I don't know.
Okay, fruit leather.
I don't know.
Fruit leather. You know what leather is, right? Leather?
Yes, leather is chap.
Yes, so fruit leather is lavashak. Just search for fruit leather online and go to the image tab of Google. You'll find examples, photos of different kinds of lavashak or fruit leather. Yes, fruit leather. Also sour grapes.
Fruit leather.
We have sour cherries. What's a sour cherry?
Sour cherry.
Yes.
It's albalu.
Yes. And sour grapes?
Yeah. Sour grapes. Qure.
Very good. There's an expression with sour grapes in English. Do you know that, Shirin?
No.
Bezat, you? Hello?
Sour grape?
Yes, grapes.
No.
It was we have the same expression, not the same, a similar expression in Farsi. We say گربه and گوشت. گربه دستش به گوشت نمیرسه. میگه پیف پیف بو میده. Sour grapes. You can say, okay, for example, there's a vacancy in the hospital for a new nurse, okay? And I've studied, do you say nursing? I think nursing. Yes, Bezat? Do you say nursing? Parastari is
Nursing.
Nursing, N-U-R-S, nursing.
The nursing staff.
Yes. And then I apply for it, but they don't hire me. They say that I'm not qualified, okay? And what do I say? I say, I didn't want this job.
Oh,
It's
yes.
sour grapes. It's sour grapes on my part. I say this, and you say, oh, it's just sour grapes on your part. It's just sour grapes on his part. It's just sour grapes on their part. It means گربه دستش به گوش نمیرسه میگه پیف پیف بو میده. And of course, sour grapes is for foxes. You know, they say there's this fable, this story that there was a fox, and I don't know if that's true, but they say that foxes like grapes. And the grapes went through a tall tree because, you know, it's like, I don't remember that in Farsi, in English, but in Farsi we call it pichak. It goes around trees. the grape tree. Okay, and the fox couldn't reach the grapes, and it just said,
Yes.
okay, those must be sour grapes. He couldn't reach the grapes to eat
Oh,
them
great.
and said, okay, those must be sour grapes. I don't remember the whole story, but it comes from there. When you cannot get something, you cannot have something, and in order to justify, in order to calm yourself down, to give yourself hope, you say, okay, that was not good for me. I didn't really like it. The sour grapes on your part.
Mhm.
Shirin, can you give me an example of sour grapes? Of this expression?
Mhm. Uh, I make sentence. I have to make
Yes,
sentence.
please. You don't have to, but I would like you to do that if possible.
Mhm. Mhm.
Bezot, you can go first if you want to. You'll make the sentence and then Shirin will make it.
Yes. um, I know some people who wanted to go abroad, but when they failed, they said sour grapes.
It was sour grapes. No, they don't say just sour grapes.
It was
It
sour.
was sour grapes. Okay, sour
It was
grapes.
sour grapes.
Or of course, you usually do it about them. You say it about them. They don't say sour grapes. You should say that these people wanted to go abroad. They didn't succeed. And
Hello?
then, hello, can you hear me? Hello?
No, yes. Yes.
Okay. You should say it like this. I know some people who wanted to go abroad, but they didn't succeed. And they said, I don't want to
Yes.
go abroad. They said, I don't want to go abroad. But I know it was sour grapes on their part. Okay, that person
Oh, yes.
doesn't say sour grapes. If he says it, then he's admitting to the problem. But they don't want to admit to the problem. They want to justify it. I want that job. You don't hire me. I say, okay, I didn't want that job. That job was not good. The hospital was too far. And then you're talking to me and you say, okay, it's sour grapes on your part. That was sour grapes on your part. That's the sentence that you say as a judgment about these people.
Oh, yes. I got it.
Okay.
So I can repeat my sentence again. I know some people who wanted to go abroad,
Yes.
but when they didn't succeed, they said we didn't like it, and I think it was sour grapes on their part.
Very good. Excellent. Now, Shirin, your
Yeah.
turn.
Thank you.
Yes. I remember a memory.
Yes.
Many 10 years ago, when Bestad was a resident,
Yes.
one of our neighbors,
One of our neighbors.
came to our house with his sick son.
Yes.
And after that, he told us in concours exam,
Entrance
I
exam.
couldn't
Entrance exam.
entrance exam.
Of course, I'm
couldn't,
sorry, Shirin. Sorry to interrupt you. You have to say entrance exam of university. Okay, because we have different kinds of entrance exams. Entrance exam just means امتحان ورودی, but it's امتحان ورودی sorry, دانشگاه. Yes, you were saying, he said.
He said, when I had entrance exam of university, I became sick and I couldn't give a good exam and I couldn't be a doctor.
Yes.
And I couldn't be a doctor. And I right now I thanked God. I thank God.
Yes.
Thank God. And after he left our house, we told it's sour grapes on his
part.
part.
Yes, we said was correct. Yes, But why? Why did he say that he thanked God that he didn't take the exam and he was not a doctor?
I don't know why. And it was a big question for us.
Why didn't you ask
from
it?
10 years ago.
I would ask it. If it was me, I would ask it. I see. Okay. And the sixth
It's a big
son,
question.
he wanted an appointment with Behzad, with the sixth son.
Yes.
I see.
Yes, and Behzad cures.
At that
Treated
time,
him.
I was a resident,
Yes.
and yeah, and I didn't have my own clinic.
Mhm.
And he came to our place
Mhm.
and he asked me to visit his son.
Mhm.
Yes. And after that, he said, I'm very happy and I thank God that I'm که نشدم چی باید بگم که دکتر
I
نشدم.
didn't get to be a doctor.
I
I didn't get
I
to
didn't
do
get to be a
something, to
doctor.
get to
Yes,
be
yes,
someone. یعنی موفق به انجام کاری
yes,
شدن.
yes.
I didn't get to be a
Yeah.
doctor.
I didn't get to be a doctor.
Ah,
Yes,
I
thank
know
you.
why. Because if he was a doctor, then he had to, visit patients at his own house, Neighbors would come to him. Neighbors would go to him and they would ask for, I don't know, free visits. Did he pay for it?
No.
No,
See, that's the
he was
reason.
our neighbor.
Yes, that's the reason. He didn't pay for it. Because if he was a doctor like you, then he had to visit the patients for free. Neighbors included, relatives included. Okay. Okay, so that was a joke. It was sour grapes on his part. Yes, very good. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very
And
much.
Shirin, I want the rest of the review for next session. And I think because the
Okay.
newspaper class, in the newspaper class, we have so many expressions and vocabulary. We need to do the review every other session. So one session we work on an article, the next session the review, only the review. This way we can, correct the wrong impressions
Oh, yeah.
too. Because sometimes I say something, you understand something else, we have to correct that. But for next session, we'll have the rest of the review, and the session after that, the new article. Yes, what did you say?
I hope Behzad can do that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, but you do that too,
It
Shirin.
was my suggestion.
If what?
It was my suggestion to have the review.
Yes, yeah. That's a very, big responsibility.
Yeah.
So Shirin, you have to take care of the responsibility. Yes, exactly. Okay. But it's really actually, jokes aside, it's really important to do the review, Shirin, and it helps you a lot.
Yes.
It helps you a lot.
Yes.
So please do it,
Yes.
both of you, and then whoever gets to explain it, it will be fun. It will be fine, not fun. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. See you next session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.